It's finally here. Chainsaw Man is finally here. I have been waiting for this show to come out like it's the second coming of Christ. I am so glad that I got back into watching anime about a year ago because so many good shows have been coming out lately. We've got Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm catching up on Attack on Titan, and now to add to the list, we have Chainsaw Man. The first episode dropped the day I'm recording this, and when I went to go watch it on my phone as soon as it came out, Crunchyroll wouldn't load. I guess so many people like me were just logging in to try and watch Chainsaw Man, and I don't blame them because so far this series is awesome. And when I say so far, I mean anime-wise. Only one episode has come out now. I have actually read the manga. I read all the books up until the current point. It's still ongoing, but the first major story arc I have read, and it is amazing. I think the first wave of trailers came out not too long after I finished reading the series, and after the trailers came out and I watched them, I got so hyped that I actually went out, bought physical copies of the series up until its current point just to reread it again because this is probably one of my favorite series to come out lately. I really love Chainsaw Man. If I could use any adjective to describe it, just be metal. Chainsaw Man is metal. Yeah, no, I was actually planning on doing a review of the series before the anime came out, but then I went on vacation and then I missed my deadline. I still might do a video on the books, but we'll see what happens. As I said, first episode came out the day I'm recording this, and I was so excited for it. It's like I said earlier, I had the pleasure of not seeing the trailer for the anime until after I had already read the books. So I got even more hyped than if I just saw the trailer completely blind, not knowing what was going on. Well, episode 1, finally here. How is it? It's awesome. The animation is great. The soundtrack is super gnarly. It just perfectly fits the bizarre metalness that is Chainsaw Man. The opening and outro songs, they were good. They weren't great or anything. They didn't strike me as like being super bangers or anything. I'd have to give them another listen. I've only heard them once. Well, so far the series is off to a great start. It's following the pacing of the books incredibly well. The first episode ends right about where I was expecting it to, just one in one with the ending of the first chapter. So if it keeps up at this pace, we're gonna have a good amount of episodes, but I look forward to it. I have something to look forward to now every Tuesday for a good long while, especially since, I've read all the books, and there's just certain parts of the story I can't wait to see animated. Okay, I'm just gonna go out and say it. If you haven't read the books, or if you haven't started watching the anime, if you don't know anything about Chainsaw Man, just dig your heels into it, get into it. Seriously, Chainsaw Man is amazing. It is great. It's super gnarly, metal, and brutal. One of my favorite series to come out in a long while. I'm just glad that, over in Japan and shit, they can just every year or two, we get, a brand new property that's original, and it's just great. We had One Punch Man, Demon Slayer, now we got Chainsaw Man. It's good manga and anime industry, just keep at it. So yeah, utmost, highest recommendation I can give, just go ahead, dive headfirst into the gnarliness that is Chainsaw Man. I got my brother and sister both hooked on Chainsaw Man. I showed them a couple panels from the books, and then I sent them the clips to the trailers, and they both got super hyped, and now we're just talking about it in our family chat on Messenger to our parents. They're like, you gotta watch this shit, it's pretty good. Okay, so if you don't know anything about Chainsaw Man, you need a little hook to pull you into the series, well, I'll give it to you. I'll try to be as spoiler-free as possible as I can. Okay, so our main character, Denji, inherits debt from his deceased dad and has to pay the Yakuza back. He makes money by doing things such as selling organs or by killing devils with his pet devil, Pochita, who is absolutely cute in the anime. He got that long, fat body with the stubby legs. Reminds me of Muffin. Okay, this is sort of a spoiler, kind of not really, because it happens so early on into the story. If you read the back of a book, it would probably be in the general synopsis, but if you want to go into this 100% blind, sorry, it's kind of important. So Denji gets killed by the Yakuza, and Pochita gives him his heart, and that's how he becomes Chainsaw Man. I'm sorry if that was a spoiler to you, but I don't want to try and hook you on the show with a false plot. So nah, forget what I just told you, what you thought the plot was. Nah, it's about Denji. He becomes Chainsaw Man, then he gets hired by Makima over here, and you're just killing devils, and it's awesome. Can't wait for more episodes of this show to come out. It's gonna be great. I did bring up that first thing about him selling his organs because, oh, that was my phone going off. It's probably my mom telling me got the hell out Chainsaw Man. No, but it was my buddy Austin sending me a picture of Makima, so I guess everybody's kind of in sync in my social circle right now. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I brought up that first thing about Denji selling his organs because when I first started reading Chainsaw Man on a whim, just going in completely blind like I'm Stevie Wonder to the anime community. But yeah, I think it's in like the first panel that Denji talks about he sold one of his testicles to make money so he could pay the Yakuza back. And I remember reading that and going, I'm listening. I was super happy that they kept that line in the anime. I had a big smile on my face when I read that on the screen. I don't know, it's just something completely out of left field to just start your story off with. It's like, yep, I need to make money. Sold one of my nuts, by the way. I went, what? I've kind of ran out of my bullet points of discussion, but I just want to keep talking about Chainsaw Man. And, you know, actually, it's kind of funny because I had this whole ritual for prepping to watch the first episode of this tonight. I was initially just going to watch it on my phone at work during my lunch break, but after I was having the server issues, I just went, you know what? Nah, we're gonna go home tonight. We're gonna watch this on the big TV in the living room, you know? We're gonna give the PS5 something to actually do for once. But before I did that, I went out to a ramen bar. I enjoyed that. That was good. Then I came home, poured myself a couple of drinks just to get into the right mood to watch Chainsaw Man. I felt like Al Pacino's character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, just getting all ready to watch my program, getting all nice and settled. But instead of watching Rick Dalton movies, I'm just watching Japanese cartoons. I love my life sometimes.